trouble at the Krusty Krab. There was trouble at the Krusty Krab. Police helicopters circled above town. The people of Bikini Bottom had gathered to see what was going on. News reporters came up to the owner, Mr. Krabs. The people want to know what is going on, asked a reporter. Sit down, please, shouted Mr. Krabs. We have a problem here that I would rather not discuss until my manager gets here. Just then, a car pulled up and stepped out SpongeBob SquarePants. The crowd cheered. My manager is here, cried Mr. Krabs with a sigh of relief. The day is saved. He will know what to do. Talk to me, Krabs, said SpongeBob. It started out as a simple order, a Krabby Patty with cheese, said Mr. Krabs. So, what went wrong? Asked SpongeBob. The customer took a bite and Mr. Krabs couldn't go on. Spit it out, Krabs, cried SpongeBob. There was no cheese, shouted Mr. Krabs as he started to cry. Get a hold of yourself, Eugene, cried SpongeBob. SpongeBob faced the crowd. Okay, everyone, said SpongeBob. I am going there. Patrick ran up to SpongeBob and begged, do not do it. It's too dangerous. SpongeBob smiled. Do not worry. Dangerous is my middle name. As SpongeBob walked up to the door, he said, if I do not make it back alive, give all my jellyfish and nets to Squidward. I do not want them, yelled Squidward from the crowd. The crowd watched as SpongeBob entered the Krusty. Will SpongeBob be able to get some cheese on that patty, Mr. Krabs? Asked a reporter. He has to. He must, said Mr. Krabs. But what if he can't? Asked the reporter. Then the world, as we know it, is over, cried Mr. Krabs. The customer who had ordered the Krabby Patty sat in a corner of the restaurant. He looked up at SpongeBob. Who are you? He asked. I am the manager of this place, said SpongeBob. I am very scared, man, cried the customer. SpongeBob replied, do not worry. Everything is going to be fine. Outside, the crowd waited. A reporter spoke into the microphone, saying, SpongeBob has been inside for 10 seconds. This maintenance is killing me, cried Mr. Krabs. Me too, said Patrick. Ice cream cone. Back inside, SpongeBob sat down with the customer. Do you have a name? Asked SpongeBob. My name is Phil, said the customer. SpongeBob nodded and said, that's a good name. You do not understand, screamed Phil. I cannot take it. There was no cheese. Stay with me, Phil, said SpongeBob. Do you have a family? Yes, replied Phil. I have a lovely wife and 2 great children. That's what it is all about, said SpongeBob. Okay, Phil, said SpongeBob. Stay calm. I am just going to open my briefcase. Why? Cried Phil. I have only got one shot at this, and I have to get out the right tools for the job, said SpongeBob. SpongeBob reached into the briefcase and pulled out a pair of soil gold tweezers. Soil gold tweezers! Shouted Phil. Yes, they are, said SpongeBob. Now, I want you to do me a favor, Phil, said SpongeBob. What? Phil asked. Say cheese, and said SpongeBob as he pulled out a slice of cheese. SpongeBob carefully put the cheese onto the Krabby Patty. Success! The cheese was on the Krabby Patty. SpongeBob marched after the Krusty Krab with a smile and Phil by his side. Order up! Cried SpongeBob. SpongeBob, I would like to give you the Manager of the Year award, said Mr. Krabs. SpongeBob just smiled back. looking pleased with himself. Then Mr. Krabs turned to Phil and said, "That will be $2.95 for the Krabby Patty, Phil." Suddenly the crowd had gathered around SpongeBob and looked at him in the ear. "Three cheers for the manager!" cried Mr. Krabs. "Hip, hip, honk! Hip, hip!" shouted Mr. Krabs. "Honk, honk, honk! What's that noise?" wondered SpongeBob. "Sounds like an alarm clock going off to me," said Patrick. "It's my alarm clock," said SpongeBob. "I must be dreaming." SpongeBob woke up in his bed. "Gary, I had my favorite dream again about being a manager at the Krusty Krab. Do you think it will ever happen, Gary?" "Meow," said Gary. SpongeBob smiled. "That is exactly how I feel." The end.